Good morning. Hope you all had a nice weekend. I mostly practiced. Well, I was going down memory lane, a song that I was very, very fortunate to discover during a recording session that I had been called upon on to be a sideman back in 1974. The session was for Roberta Flack. The producer and the songwriter was Gene McDaniels. And that song was Feel Like Making Love. And it sort of changed my life because at that time I was doing a lot of work for CTI Records, and its owner, producer, Creed Taylor, had just signed me to do my first solo project for CTI. And we were still trying to choose which songs to do. And when I heard that song, I thought, gee, it would be great instrumental. And I had no idea what it would lead to ultimately. But what happened was I went in the studio a week later after I did Roberta Flack's session and recorded my version with almost the same rhythm section. I had Gary King on bass, I had Idris Muhammad on drums, I had a guitar player named Richie Resnikoff who played some great rhythm guitar. Anyway, as it turned out, both Roberta's record and mine came out almost at the same time, and some of the radio stations played them back to back because I played it in the same key, so they transitioned well together. And I got a lot of exposure as a result of it. And Roberta, of course, many of you know that her recording became a very big hit song at that time. So that kind of changed my life, and I still love that song. I still play it in my live shows most of the time. And I wanted to play it on the electric keyboard. I don't have a Fender Rhodes piano. At the time that I recorded that song, I was playing mostly the Fender Rhodes piano, and I don't have one at my home. I have a different kind of workstation. But I get a chance to play the Rhodes quite a bit because we will either do a rental for the concert stage when we're on tour, or sometimes I get one in the recording studio. Nevertheless, my main love is still the acoustic piano. And I want to play a piece for you today. Wanted to talk a little bit about how music can hopefully influence our moods in a good way. That's what we're dealing with during these difficult times. I've seen some wonderful music videos over the weekend. I watched a lot, both Facebook and Instagram. A lot of musicians are spending their time at home by being creative and posting, which is fantastic. I saw one by a new friend, Yaron Gershovsky, who's a keyboard player for Manhattan Transfer. He played some beautiful solo piano. Let's see, who else? Well, I just happened to stumble on a website, smoothjazz.com, and heard Dave Koz playing solo saxophone. And you might want to check out what I did to follow up, because he played this brand new tune that he had just composed, and I couldn't wait, wanted to do my own solo version of it. But yes, we hope that this part of our job as musicians to inspire you and put you in a good mood. And again, thank you for the nice compliments from last week from my stuff. I sure am enjoying, looking forward to virtually spending time with you during this morning time. And I hope I put you in a good mood. I've done some work for very little for movies, but I've done quite a little bit of work for the theater as a result of collaborations with my long time friend Jack O'Brien, who's a very successful Broadway director. And it's really fun to try to match my music to what he's trying to accomplish on the stage. And there was one particular piece that I had originally written as a kind of it was for a rainy day when mood's kind of nostalgic or dreamy, and I started to imagine various different things about what it would be like if my music was used for scenery, for some music for a hotel resort in some tropical island that would help generate a mood that would inspire people to want to go there. And I also thought about how sometimes when things are silent, you need to fill it in with some music. Let's say photographers in studio doing a photo shoot for some fashion magazine or for something, and he's working with a beautiful model, and they're trying to establish a mood. And if the room is just silent, there's no vibe, there's no mood. And that's where music comes in. And music can be helpful in all those circumstances. It can be helpful in the lobby of a hotel, elevator. Actually, we get criticized sometimes when people call music elevator music. Well, hey, you wouldn't blame Mozart if you heard Mozart in an elevator. You'd just think you were in a very sophisticated hotel. So the music is just providing service, and it's up to us to do a good job creating it. Anyway, I like to play this piece called Afternoon Rain. So, got one more today, and I'm going to try to deal with some requests. I may just have to randomly pick because there are too many for me to keep up with. I appreciate that very much, but I'll try my best. And I guess I better include the piece that I seem to get the most requests for when I perform live. And it is a piece that also dates back to the 1970s, 1976 actually, and it was from my third CTI record. I was living in Westchester County, New York at that time. So I wrote this one for my wife, Judy, and it's called Westchester Lady. Now this piece needs a rhythm section, and it was Harvey Mason that played drums, Eric Gale played guitar, Will Lee played the bass line, and things just kind of came together in a good way at that time. And I wish they were there, or I wish they were here to play it with me this morning, but I got to do it by myself. So here's a shrunken down version of Westchester Lady. Thanks for dropping by my studio this morning. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to try to keep this up. Not too much else I can do except compose a symphony, maybe a second piano concerto, maybe, I don't know. But I'm staying active, feel healthy. I hope all of you do too. I hope you're abiding by these pretty strict guidelines. We need to do it. And see you tomorrow, I hope.